So there's this idea that words are just words, that they don't really matter, that it's just talk on the internet. It doesn't really matter. It's nothing. It's no big deal. But there's power in words. Words have an enormous amount of power. It's one of the highest forms of magic. You can mock me all you want. Magic? That's crazy. That's fairy tale stuff. And I mean, all I would say is we're in the middle of disclosure. We're in the middle of alien disclosure. I mean, and you could say that that's just all just a bunch of bullshit and whatnot. It's not. I mean, I've seen it. I've experienced it. You know, the universe is a much weirder thing than we think it is. Reality is a much weirder thing than we think it is. And magic isn't what people believe it is. Magic is just the power of the mind manifest into 3D world. And speech, frequency, sound frequency, has an enormous amount of power. And especially the intent behind it, which gives it much of its power. And so to say that it's just talk is just a way to sort of minimize and, you know, try to gaslight people. Hey, it's not what you think it is. It's nothing. It's no big deal. What's your problem? But it matters. What you speak, what you put out there into 3D world with your voice makes a difference. It has an impact. It has an influence on the ongoing creation of reality through time. That's just how this stuff works. Look, I don't care. I'm just commenting on what I see. And I'm just saying it matters. So, I mean, you could fool yourself because you're just trying to convince yourself that what you've done in the past wasn't really all that bad, but, you know, it had an impact. It had an influence on how things unfolded and how things were shaped and will continue to do so. And yes, you know, people change their minds. I mean, I've said that recently as well. People change their minds. People arrive at new conclusions, etc., etc. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the words that you have put out there in the past, negative words, hurtful words, harmful words, had an impact, had an influence. It mattered. It made a difference, whether you want to believe it or not.